Okay, let's get into your reading, Virgo. Okay, they are scared, not uncomfortable, not slightly concerned, scared. And I need you to understand what that means before we go anywhere near these cards. Because the fear your person is sitting in right now is the direct result of something you did, something you chose. You stood up. You set the limit. You said enough is enough. Whether that looked like a conversation, a silence, a block, or just the quiet but undeniable shift in your energy where you stopped making yourself available the way you used to. And they felt it immediately, like a door closing in a room they thought would always be open. And the panic that followed is what this reading is about. Because your guides want you to understand the full picture of what is happening on their side right now, why the contact is coming, and why this time is going to be different from every time before it. And before I pull a single card, I want to name what I'm feeling in your energy. Because there are two things present at the same time right now, and both of them are real. There is a strength in you that wasn't fully there before. The specific hard-won strength of someone who finally got tired enough to mean it. And underneath the strength, there is still love. Real love. Real love. The kind that doesn't just switch off because you decided to stop accepting less than you deserve. And your guides want you to know that both of those things can be true at the same time. The strength doesn't cancel the love, and the love doesn't have to cancel the strength. Holding both is exactly the position your person needs to see you in, and it is exactly the position the cards are about to confirm you are standing in. Drop a comment right now and say, I am ready for this. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Okay, let's go all the way in. Okay, first oracle card. What you did when you walked away set something in motion that cannot be undone. This is karma working exactly as it should. And your guides led with this because they want you to understand the mechanism. Because when you set that boundary, when you stood in your worth and said, I will not accept this anymore, you did not just protect yourself. You triggered something. A cause and effect that the universe had been waiting for you to set in motion. Because here is the truth about people who do not love you correctly. They will keep doing what they do for exactly as long as you allow it. Not because they are evil, because people move in the direction of least resistance. And the moment you removed the easy option, the moment you took yourself off the table, as someone who could be taken for granted, the entire dynamic shifted. And your person, who had been coasting on the assumption that you would always be there, suddenly had to face what life actually looks like without you in it. And that facing is the karma, not punishment, consequence. The natural, inevitable consequence of someone finally understanding that their actions have a cost. And the cost is you. And the realization of that cost is what has them scared. Okay, second oracle card. They have been watching you, and what they are seeing is destroying every excuse they built. And this is the oracle card that gets specific about what is happening on their end right now, because they have been watching you, not casually, closely, watching your energy, watching the way you carry yourself, watching whether the version of you that walked away stayed walked away, or whether you would eventually come back to where you were. And what they are seeing is not what they expected. They expected grief. They expected you to come back. They expected the door to reopen. Because every time before, it did. And instead they are watching someone who looks different, someone who looks lighter, someone who looks like they are actually okay, maybe more than okay. And every time they see that, every time the evidence lands that you are not falling apart without them, it dismantles another excuse, another story they were telling themselves about why they didn't need to change, another justification for the way they treated you. Because it is very hard to tell yourself someone doesn't matter while watching them glow without you. Okay, third oracle card. They are going through something because of you, not to you, and the difference matters. And your guides brought this card through because they want you to understand what is happening to your person internally right now. Because there is a transformation occurring. Something is breaking open in them. And the instinct when you hear that might be to rush back in, to be the one who helps them through it. And your guides are asking you to understand the distinction. What they are going through is happening because of the position you took, because you stopped accepting less than you deserve. And the transformation it is forcing, the ego death, the recalibration, the sudden clarity about what actually matters, that is theirs to go through, not yours to rescue them from. Because the person who comes out the other side of this transformation, the one who has been broken open by the reality of losing you, is a different person from the one who is taking you for granted. And it is that different person who is about to make contact. And your guides want you standing in your strength when they do, not having dissolved back into the old dynamic before the transformation is complete. Okay, fourth oracle card. Your guides are naming the fear before it arrives, not the fear that they won't come back, the fear of what happens when they do. And this is the oracle card I most need you to hear, because there is a fear sitting underneath the strength right now. And it is not the fear most people expect. It is not the fear that they won't reach out. It is the fear of what happens when they do, because they are coming back. The cards are confirming that. And the moment they do, the part of you that still loves them is going to feel the pull. And the question that is going to arrive with the contact is this real this time? Is this the changed version? Or is this the same person wrapped in better words? And your guides are naming that fear now, before the contact arrives. Because a fear you can see cannot ambush you the way a fear you can't see can. And they want you walking into that contact with your eyes open, not closed against it, not hardened against it, open and clear. The specific clarity of someone who loves themselves enough to require evidence before they believe the words. Okay, fifth oracle card. The contact is coming, and it is coming with a different energy than anything that came before. And your guides want to prepare you for the quality of what is coming, because this is not the contact of someone reaching out because they are bored or lonely or running a test to see if you are still available. This is the contact of someone who has sat with the weight of losing you long enough to know they cannot keep sitting with it, and the energy behind it is different. There is a seriousness to it, a deliberateness, the specific quality of someone who has thought about this carefully, because this is not a person who wants to make the same mistake twice. They know they only have so many chances, and they know this might be the last one. And that knowledge is what is making them approach differently, not perfectly. They are still who they are, still figuring out the words, still finding the courage to actually follow through. But the intention behind the contact is real, and your guides want you to feel that difference when it arrives. Okay, 6th oracle card. You did not just set a limit, you taught them something, and they are still learning it. And your guides saved this one because it is the most empowering framing they have for everything that has happened. Because what you did when you walked away was not just protect yourself. You taught something. You taught that when they do not love you correctly, when they do not give you what you genuinely deserve, there are consequences for that. Real consequences. Not threats, consequences. And that lesson, the lesson that you are not someone who can be treated carelessly and stay, is still landing in them. It is still working its way through every layer of the story they told themselves about you. And the person who reaches out to you is going to be mid-lesson, not finished, not fully transformed, mid-process. And your guides want you to receive the contact knowing that, knowing the lesson is still in progress, knowing that real change is not a destination but a direction, and knowing that you get to decide whether the direction they are moving is worthy of the door reopening. The Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles, the Justice card, the 6 of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups. 11 cards, and I want to take real time with every one of them because together they are telling a complete story about where your person is, what they are doing, and where this is heading. The Wheel of Fortune first. And this is the card that confirms everything the Oracle section set up. The Wheel of Fortune is karma in its most literal form, cause and effect. What goes around comes around. And the wheel appearing here is the universe confirming that what is happening to your person right now is not random, is not bad luck, is not circumstance. It is the direct result of how they treated you. And the wheel turning also means the position is changing. The wheel does not stop. It never stops. And right now it is moving away from the position where they could take you for granted and into the position where they have to reckon with what they let go of. And that reckoning is producing the fear. And the fear is producing the contact that is coming. And the chariot is your energy in this spread, not theirs, yours. And the chariot is victory, forward movement, the specific energy of someone who has decided where they are going and is moving there with intention, and what your person is seeing when they watch you. The thing that is dismantling their excuses one by one is this chariot energy. They are watching you move, not toward them, forward, for yourself. And the chariot moving forward without waiting for permission from anyone is exactly the energy that is making them panic because they are used to you being available. And the chariot does not wait. The chariot moves, and the moving is what is forcing their hand. And the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles is the deep roots card. The farmer standing back and looking at what has been grown over a long period of time, what has been invested, what has been tended, what has been built through patience and consistent effort. And in this reading, the 7 of Pentacles is showing me two things simultaneously. First, you were the one who planted seeds in this connection. You were the one who showed up, who invested, who laid the foundation. You did the work. And to the outside eye, it may have looked for a while like nothing was growing, but there are deep roots here. Between you and this person, there are roots that go down further than most people's connections ever reach. And the second thing is that your person knows that. They know what was built. They know how deep it goes. And they know that connections with roots like this do not come around twice, which is why the panic is real, which is why the fear is real, because they can see exactly what they are at risk of losing, and they are old enough to know they will not find it again. And justice appearing here is the most satisfying card in the spread, because justice is not punishment. Justice is the scales balancing, the record being set straight, the truth of a situation being weighed, and the result being accurate. And justice in this reading is confirming something for you that your guides need you to hold on to. You were right. The things you felt, the things you saw, the things you knew in your gut were happening. You were right about them. And the vindication that is coming is not something you have to chase. It is something that the wheel already set in motion. Because justice also means that what your person was not honest about, the things they said weren't happening that were happening, the versions of events they presented that were incomplete, all of that is coming into the light. And when it does, there is going to be a moment where they look at you and say, "You were right." And that acknowledgement is coming because justice always delivers it. And the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is the movement card. The quiet, deliberate movement of someone leaving one energy behind and heading towards something calmer. And in this reading, the Six of Swords is your person moving away from the dynamic that has been defining them. The ego, the control, the dishonesty with themselves about what they actually want and feel, and moving towards something different. And the Six of Swords is not a dramatic card. It is not a grand gesture. It is quiet. It is intentional. It is someone who has decided that the way things have been cannot be the way things continue. And the direction they are moving, the direction the Six of Swords is pointing, is toward you. Not carelessly this time, not assuming you will still be there. Moving carefully with the specific carefulness of someone who knows exactly what they are approaching and exactly what is at stake if they approach it wrong. And the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is the emotional depth card. The queen who sits with her cup held close, who feels things fully and deeply, who has a relationship with her own emotional world that most people do not. And this queen appearing in this reading is showing me something specific about the nature of how they feel about you. This is not casual feeling. This is not a preference or a comfort. This is the obsessive, all-consuming, gets into everything quality of an emotional attachment that has taken root at a level they did not anticipate. They feel you everywhere, in things that have nothing to do with you, in quiet moments they were not expecting, in the middle of other things. You are in the Queen of Cups energy, which means you are in their emotional body in a way that is not going anywhere, regardless of what they do on the surface. And the Ten of Pentacles, and this is one of the most significant cards in the spread. The Ten of Pentacles is the generational card, the lasting, solid, built to outlast both of you foundation of a life that is complete in every material and familial sense. And the Ten of Pentacles appearing here in a reading about someone who is scared to lose you, who is strategizing how to come back, is the cards showing you the full scope of what your person is envisioning when they think about you. They are not thinking about getting back together casually. They are not thinking about picking up where things were. They are thinking about the full picture, the stability, the life. The Ten of Pentacles is what they see when they imagine a future with you in it. And the fear of losing that, the fear of the Ten of Pentacles life being permanently out of reach because they waited too long, is what is driving the contact more than anything else. And the Empress is how they see you right now. Fully, completely, undeniably. The Empress is abundance, creativity, life-giving energy. The specific magnetic quality of someone who is so full in themselves that being around them makes everything feel more possible. And this is the energy they see radiating from you right now. Not the version of you that was waiting and hoping and adjusting yourself to be what they needed. The full version of you. The one who decided she was worth more. And the Empress energy coming off of you right now is so strong, so undeniable, that it is functioning like a magnet. They cannot look away. And the more they see it, the more they understand exactly what they have been treating carelessly. And the understanding is what is forcing the move. And the Ace of Wands is the fire that has been missing. And I want to be very specific about this card because it is one of the most important in the spread. Because when I look at everything else, the cups, the pentacles, all of the feeling and thinking and knowing, the one thing that has been absent is fire. Your person has been feeling everything. They have been thinking everything. They have been sitting with the awareness of everything they need to do. But the doing, the action, the follow-through, the actual movement from intention to reality, that is where they have been stuck. That is the pattern, feeling without acting, knowing without doing. And the Ace of Wands appearing here is the fire finally arriving, the spark finally catching, the moment where everything they have been feeling and thinking and sitting with finally converts into something real, into an action, into contact, into the reaching out that the whole reading has been building toward. And the Ten of Cups alongside the Ten of Pentacles is the most complete combination the deck can produce, because the Ten of Pentacles is the material completeness, the foundation, the security, the legacy. And the Ten of Cups is the emotional completeness, the love, the warmth, the nothing missing feeling of a life where every room is full. And both tens appearing in this reading is the cards showing you the full destination of where this connection is capable of going. Not where it has been, where it is capable of going. If the transformation your person is in the middle of completes, if the action the Ace of Wands is igniting actually follows through, the destination is both tens, the material and the emotional, complete. And your person can see that destination clearly, which is exactly why they are scared. And the Ace of Cups closes the tarot spread, and it closes it on the most hopeful possible note. Because the Ace of Cups is pure emotional beginning, a fresh start, a cup completely full, not repaired from being broken, not refilled after being emptied, full and fresh and new. And the Ace of Cups appearing as the final tarot card is the reading confirming what the contact is going to carry when it arrives. pure, genuine. This is where I actually stand intention, not strategy, not testing the waters, not seeing if you are still available while keeping options open, pure intention. And your guides put the Ace of Cups last because they want the last thing you feel from the tarot spread to be this something real is coming toward you, and it is full. Okay, tea leaf cards, 7 of them. First tea leaf card, what they are doing right now while you are watching this reading, and your guides are giving you the real-time picture. Because right now, in this moment, they are thinking about you, not in the background, in the foreground, running through the options, thinking about how to approach, thinking about what to say. And there is a frustration in them right now that is actually a good sign. The frustration of someone who knows exactly what they want to do and cannot get out of their own way long enough to do it. Because the overthinking, the analysis, the strategizing, the playing it out in their head before they do anything, that is the pattern that has held them back before. And the weight of almost losing you is making that pattern harder to maintain. Because at a certain point, thinking about it costs more than doing it. And they are approaching that point. Next tea leaf card. The moment they stop overthinking and actually move, and there is a specific trigger, something that is going to happen, or something they are going to see or feel or understand that converts all the thinking into action. And your guides are showing me that the trigger is you. Something about the way you are living right now, something about the energy you are putting out, something about the evidence that you are genuinely okay without them is going to reach a point where it becomes unbearable to do nothing. Because here is the thing about people who overthink. They can overthink forever as long as the situation feels stable. The moment the situation starts to feel like it might resolve without them, like the window might actually close, the overthinking breaks, and you are very close to being the window that looks like it might actually close. And that is what is going to make them move. Next tea leaf card, what they are going to say when they reach out, and your guides are showing me the quality of what is coming. And I want to be specific about this because it matters. The contact is not going to come as a casual check-in. It is not going to be something small, designed to test the waters without revealing too much. What is coming has weight to it. There is something they have been needing to say, something that has been building since you walked away, and the reaching out is going to carry that weight. There is an acknowledgement coming, the specific acknowledgement of someone who finally understands that you were right. Right about what you needed, right about what you deserved, right about the fact that what you were getting was not enough, and saying it out loud, finally, after everything, is going to be both the hardest thing they have done and the thing that could change everything. Next tea leaf card. What the universe needs from you while you wait for the contact to arrive. And this is the tea leaf card with the clearest practical instruction, because while they are finding their way to the move, there is something your guides need from you. Stay in the energy you are in. Do not soften. Do not make yourself easier to approach because you are feeling the pull. Do not begin dissolving the limits before the change has been demonstrated, because demonstrated is the key word. Not promised, not expressed in words, demonstrated in action, in follow through, in the Ace of Wands energy, actually producing something real. And the way you stay in your energy is not by being cold, not by being distant, just by continuing to be exactly who you became when you decided you were worth more. Because that version of you is what is drawing them back. And if that version disappears before they arrive, they will arrive to nothing that required the transformation. Stay. Next tea leaf card. The people around them who are pushing them toward you, and there are people in their life who can see what your person cannot always see clearly about themselves. People who know them well enough to say the thing that needs to be said. And your guides are showing me that at least one of these people has already said it, has looked at your person and said, you know what you need to do. You know that person makes you happy. Stop running. Stop overthinking. Stop being afraid. And the message from this person landed differently than advice usually lands, because it did not feel like judgment. It felt like permission. Permission to stop performing like they do not care. Permission to admit what they have known since the moment you walked away. And that permission is sitting inside them right now, quietly building the courage that the Ace of Wands is about to ignite. Next tea leaf card. What changes about the connection when the contact comes through? And the contact is not just a message. It is a shift. Because when it comes through, when the move is finally made, and the words are finally said, something in the dynamic between you changes permanently. The old version of the connection, where they could assume your availability, where the effort was mostly one-sided, where you were the one keeping the flame alive while they kept their options open. That version ends the moment they step forward, because stepping forward costs something. And it names something. And named things cannot be unnamed. And what the connection becomes after the contact is built on different ground than what came before. It is built on the ground of someone who had to fight through their own fear and their own ego and their own overthinking to get to you. And things built on that kind of ground hold differently. They last differently. They feel different from the inside. And the last tea leaf card, you receiving the contact and what your guides need your response to come from. And your guides ended here because this is the most important card of all 7, because the contact is coming, and what happens when it arrives depends enormously on where you are standing when it does. And your guides need your response to come from the same strength that walked away, the same strength that held the line, not from the part of you that has missed them and wants to make it easy, because making it easy before the change has been demonstrated is what produced every other cycle that got you here, but from the part of you that knows your worth completely. That part that looked at the situation and said enough and meant it. Receive the contact. Let it land. Hear what is being said and respond from the queen who decided she was worth the 10 of Cups, not from the woman who almost talked herself into accepting less because she was afraid the 10 would never come. It is coming, and it starts with how you receive what is already on its way. Okay, final messages from your guides. Just one. Stay in your worth. The contact is coming, and it is coming to the version of you that decided she deserved more. Stay in your worth. That is the instruction. One instruction, stay. Because you have done the hardest part already. You set the limit, you held it, and you did not collapse back in when the silence got heavy and the wheel confirmed the karma is working. And the chariot confirmed you are moving forward. And justice confirmed you were right. And the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups confirmed the destination this is heading toward. And the Ace of Cups confirmed the contact is coming with pure intention. And all of it, every card in this spread, is pointing at the same thing, that what you did when you walked away worked. That the transformation it forced is real, that the fear your person is in right now is the exact fear that produces real change. And the contact that fear is about to produce is the beginning of something built differently. Something worth receiving, but only if you are still standing in the place you reached when you decided you were worth more. So stay there. The contact is coming, and it is coming to you. Okay, to bring this home, you have them worried. They are so scared to lose you, and the contact is coming. And the cards showed us everything. Your guides told us that what you did when you set that boundary set karma in motion that cannot be undone, that they have been watching you and what they are seeing is destroying every excuse they built, that the transformation they are going through happened because of the position you took, and it is theirs to complete. That the fear underneath your strength is not whether they come back, but whether you can trust it when they do. And your guides named that fear so it cannot ambush you. That the contact is coming with a different energy than anything that came before it. And that you did not just set a limit, you taught a lesson that is still landing. The Wheel of Fortune confirmed the karma is working exactly as it should. The Chariot confirmed you are moving forward and they are watching you do it. The 7 of Pentacles showed the deep roots between you that your person is afraid of losing forever. Justice confirmed you were right and the vindication is coming. The 6 of Swords showed them moving carefully toward you with intention. The Queen of Cups showed the obsessive depth of what they feel. The 10 of Pentacles showed the full life they are envisioning with you. The Empress showed the energy you are radiating right now that they cannot look away from. The Ace of Wands showed the fire finally arriving, the action finally converting from feeling into doing. The 10 of Cups showed the emotional destination this is heading toward. And the Ace of Cups closed the spread on pure, genuine intention coming toward you. And the tea leaf cards showed what they are doing right now while you watch this. The moment that converts overthinking into action. What they are going to say when they reach out. What the universe needs from you while you wait. The people in their life pushing them toward you. What changes about the connection when the contact comes through. And you receiving that contact from the strength that walked away. Not from the part of you that almost accepted less. One instruction, stay in your worth. The contact is coming, and it is coming to the version of you that decided she deserved more. Do not let her go anywhere before it arrives. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say, I claim this, and I stay in my worth. And the contact is coming, and I receive it from my strength. Because every word of that is true. Save this, share it today, and come back and tell me when the contact arrives. Tell me what was said. I want to know what changed when they finally found the courage to move. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.